So tell us what it takes to grow produce and the steps it takes to grow it.
Well, every year we start off by taking soil samples in the late winter, early spring. That way we take the soil samples of the fields, send them to Raleigh, and they come back with that tells us what nutrients are in the soil and what we need, so we know how to fertilize that year and whatnot. And after we get all the samples back, we'll get the local fertilizer companies to come out here and spread the fertilizer depending on what the soil sample said. And once the fertilizer spread, we begin dissing land, which is what we're doing today, which prepares the land for planting. Once we get the land tore up like we want, leveled out like we want, it's time to plant. And this is one of my favorite, besides harvesting, this is one of my favorite things to do, because that's essentially where the crop starts. And you're putting that little seed in the ground, and within a few days you're picking squash that started out with that little seed. But once you plant, for a few weeks, it's mostly maintenance, you could say. You have to plow, keep the produce cultivated, keep them weed free, and you have to keep adding fertilizer every so often depending on how the plants look and how everything's going. And mostly the maturity date on produce is anywhere from 40 to 90 days. It just depends really on what you're growing. But once you get all the fertilizer to it and you get the plants grown off, then you start harvesting. And when you harvest, it's pretty much the same for any produce commodity. You of course harvest it by hand, then I'll take it home to my washing shed, as I call it, and I wash the produce and grade it out, big, small, good, bad, make sure that our customers get a quality product. And then I pack it in the boxes, and from there, sometimes I'll have customers come pick it up straight from our farming operation, or I might have to take them to the customers. But once it leaves our farm, it's off to the consumer, and hopefully it's a good product that they'll come back for more.